Hello, and welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you stopping by. Today we are fixing some braised oxtails. We're going to be doing that in the air fryer. Right now I'm just disinfecting my sink so that I can get ready to wash the oxtails and trim them up. I was able to find a really nice pack of oxtails when I was in Arlington visiting my mother for her birthday. This pack of oxtails is nice and meaty. Had about 3 or 4 really large pieces. They came out very flavorful, and I enjoyed them. And I'm just going to go ahead and get them in the bowl and trimmed up. And I do prep my oxtails, my meat in general, in warm water. And I also soak the meat in white vinegar. And I know some people say, it's not good to soak your meat in warm water and blah, 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 blah. But, for me, that works because it helps to break down like any unwanted fat. It helps to facilitate that. And as you see here, I'm going to grab my scissors because in trimming, what I discovered is that, even though it's not a whole lot of fat, this fat is thick and it's taking a little work to get it off. So I need the scissors as I'm cutting around the meat to go ahead and snip that off. I did leave some fat on there. You want to have, some of that flavor in your liquid as you're cooking the oxtails. You don't want your oxtails to be dry, so you don't want to trim them down like all the way. And what you're going to see is as when I'm dealing with like the smaller pieces, there's like this really thin, very, very thin band of fat around the smaller pieces of the oxtail. And I initially attempted to remove it, but it wasn't worth the work because the band of fat that was around the small ones, it just wasn't much. Even after it cooked, it, kind of cooked away from the meat really well. So we're just cleaning here, people. And those pieces, if you look at how big that piece is in my hand, I have small hands, but that's still a big piece of meat. And again, I said, I think I got like either 3 or 4 of those in the pack. And I thought that was a really good cut. And considering how high the cost of food and everything has been going, this actually turned out to be a really good deal. We went to a store. I can't remember the name of the store, but it reminded me of a store we have here in our area called Jovi's. Jovi's is owned by HEB, so they have a lot of the HEBs, like the store brand products and different things like that, and they have really good deals on meat and produce and stuff. So yeah, so as you can see, I'm pulling it out. I'm looking at the small pieces, and it just didn't seemed like it was worth all the work to try to get that little thin band of fat from around the smaller pieces. So we're going to roll with it, y'all. We're going to roll with it. So here I'm filling the bowl up again with warm water, and I'm going to pour in my vinegar. And we're going to give that a nice massage, let it sit for a second, and then we're going to come back and rinse everything off. Now, after about maybe 10 minutes, I come back and I'm rinsing the meat. I'm going to pour that off. I'm going to rinse it again to get the vinegar off of it. And then we're going to get this moved over to the counter where all of the spices are and get everything all seasoned up. Y'all know me, I wash my hands 50 times during the cooking process because she ain't trying to be touching on stuff and leaving germs everywhere and dealing with cross-contamination. So here we are at the prepping counter, and part of the cooking process, I'm going to be using some broth, paprika, some pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, some butter, my Sasson Complete seasoning. Y'all know I do everything with that. Bay leaves, soy sauce, and we're going to hit it with a couple shakes of cayenne pepper. And I've told y'all before that, I'm pretty generous with the Sasson seasoning because it is the only spice blend or seasoning that I use that has a trace of salt. Nothing else, like none of the other spices that I use have salt in it. Just getting her all seasoned up. Want everything to be nice and flavorful. And just massage everything in with your hands. Yes, yes, yes. Get those pieces covered. And then we're going to go ahead and transfer everything into the Pyrex baking dish. So you see, we got 1, 2, look at them pieces, y'all. 3 big old pieces. And that's a nice size piece too. And then we have a bunch of other little pieces. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 oxtails. And I'm trying to get all the spices and seasoning out of there because we want everything to be nice and flavorful. But your eyes are not deceiving you because those pieces are really nice. Now I'm going in with my soy sauce. And then we're going to add our butter. We're just going to slice it up and then just lay some pieces on the top. Then we're going to go in after that with a few bay leaves. Yes, yes, yes. And lastly, we're going to go ahead and pour in our veggie broth, and we want to fill up the Pyrex baking dish about halfway. We want to make sure that we have, because the cooking time, the cooking process for oxtails, you want to cook them low and slow. You don't want to cook them real fast because it's not about them being done all the way through, but it's about them being tender. So you want, enough liquid to kind of go along with your cooking time. And here I'm just showing you, I was going to slice some onions on top, but I decided I just wasn't going to do that. So now we're going to go ahead and put it in our air fryer. Do not judge me. My air fryer is dirty because we use it on a regular. Yes, I'm an air fryer queen. I'll be getting it in. And I'm just showing you how we got it heating up. And the temperature is off. I'm not really sure. The numbers are not showing the way I wanted it to. But now you see I got it plated up with some sweet potatoes, some roasted veggies, and look at the color on those oxtails. Yes. Thank you. And for those of y'all who are familiar with the Fetch Rewards program, we ask you to go ahead and use my code, honey. You are out there shopping and spending money, and it does not make sense that you are not benefiting from that. So if you go ahead and use my code to enroll in the Fetch Rewards program, then you can go ahead and scan those receipts and you can earn points that translate into dollars, and those dollars can be collected either on a cash card, a store card. You can donate it to charity, whatever you decide you want to do with it. I got two $50 gift cards already so far. And you do get extra points for certain products. So if you pay attention to like the specials that they show up on your list, it could be a certain brand of toilet paper. It could be a certain brand of beverage. I mean, it could be anything. And so you'll get your points and then you'll get bonus points. They have this game going on right now where when you once a day you scan a receipt and you tap the button and it's like the Wheel of Fortune and it'll roll, 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 roll. It'll stop on points and they'll add those points to the points that you already got for scanning your receipt. Just the other day, they gave me 500 extra points. Hello. And that is helping me get back up towards my goal to get me another gift card. So if you don't know about Fetch Rewards, go ahead and download that app and use my code to enroll. We're going to go ahead and get out of here, y'all. But we don't do so without saying, love yourself, love somebody else. And until next time, y'all take care. Happy 2023, y'all.